I want to get over into a little bit of the money, and I want to talk about restaurants because earlier in the week, you guys heard me report on the fact that In-N-Out Burger was leaving Oakland. And they're leaving even though the restaurant is in profit mode. It's been incredibly profitable, and it's been there for the last 18 years. 18 years. And at the end of that, they found out it wasn't his. I ain't saying she a broke. I ain't saying that she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. She gave me money. I ain't gonna even sing it because then y'all gonna be saying, Anton, I want you to sing Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. I ain't even gonna sing it. But she gave me money. Nope, I'm not doing it. But over in Oakland, they're having problems, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to give you an update on what restaurants are going through, and then I'm going to take you over there to In-N-Out Burger, where they're going to be closing up the doors soon, even though it's profitable, and what the residents is feeling about it. But guess what? They said a little, too late. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get it poppin'.
Soaring overhead costs and a labor shortage are making it difficult for many restaurant owners to make ends meet. One longtime restaurant owner said he had to close 3 of his locations last year. Max Rodriguez has more.
It's one of the most difficult decisions for restaurateurs, deciding to call it quits. The Ruby Tuesday Hawaii owner says he had to close 3 restaurants in the last year. He says it's difficult finding staff.
We don't get much applications in. We keep up and pay, and that isn't the factor. The workforce isn't there.
He says the rise in minimum wage is also chipping away at their revenue. The Hawaii Restaurant Association says at least 5 other restaurants have closed in the past month.
Maybe this is why they're bringing in all of the migrants in order to fill this void. Maybe this is why they're bringing them in. They need 15 million new workers. They need 20 million new workers. Y'all said, I'm too good for that. I'm a boss chick. I sell bundles, and I do nails, and I do hair, baby. And I'm an esthetician because I like to do eyelashes, and I like to do eyebrows. And we don't want to do the things that y'all want to do because we look down on people that do them jobs. We don't want no dude that's flipping burgers because we don't want a day based off of potential. We don't want to do that. Maybe this is why they're bringing in 20 million new workers. Now, they may not be able to speak English, but we got Google Translate now, and they sending them to English classes. Listen, they literally sending some of these migrants over to classes to take English. Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all looked at some of those reports? Have y'all seen some of the stuff that I've been covering? A lot of these people that's coming over here, the first thing that they're doing is they're learning English. They're going through English classes. English classes. You can go out on some of these job sites because it's a lot of construction that's happening here in Detroit and Metro Detroit. And you go on some of the job sites outside of the job supervisor that's bilingual. He speaks both Spanish and English. Everybody else on the job only speaks Spanish. That's a fact. Everybody else on the job speaks Spanish. Nobody speaks English. I'm telling you, I'm on these job sites every single day. I make sure outside of this week I ain't been able to get out like that. But every single week I'll go to the job site in most of these areas, and the people is no hablo inglés. No hablo inglés. And you got to go and find the boss, whoever it is that's driving a big pickup truck. And he is bilingual. He can speak both Spanish and English, and he the only person at the site that speak English. Hey man, what's going on with this job site? What y'all got going on over here? Who's the developer? Oh, okay, we should be done. Probably about 3 more months. 3 more months. 3 more months. 3 more months. I said, what is 3 more months? Three more. I'm telling you, this is what happened. I'm talking. Hey man, what's going on? How long? What's going on? Who's the owner of this job? Wait. Sí, 3 We should be done in 3 more months. 3 more months. I said, what the hell is 3 more? What is 3 more months? Oh, somebody that's with me. Oh, he said 3 more months. Yeah. See. 3 more me. See. Like, Ay, ay, ay. Ay, caramba. Then they start laughing. Because I know how to tell jokes in Spanish too, right? I'm telling you, listen, I'm telling you what happens when you go onto these job sites, even right here. It's a lot of construction that's happening in the city and outside of the city. They're saying the same thing. Three mama? Three mama? Now I know what it means. How long y'all gonna be done? 4 more months. 4 more months? 4 more months? Yeah, see, 4 more months. Okay, buddy. All right.
Lease renewals are also playing a factor.
Many times you will see when the lease comes up at the
Why
end.
y'all keep telling me that I'm wrong and I'm telling you what my real life experience are? I'm telling you, y'all think I just be doing improv every day. Everything that I tell y'all that seem funny is stuff that happened in my real life. I can't wait to go on tour. Look, I got a whole, listen, at the very least, I bet you I'm funnier than Tory Hart. You can't get no worse than Kevin Hart's ex-wife. If you ever been to this chick's Instagram, you cannot get any worse than Kevin Hart's ex-wife's Instagram. I guarantee if she can make it onto a Cat Williams tour, I know I'm gonna be funny on my stand-up. I know God got me. Straight up. I know God got me. And all of my junk is real life experiences. I'll be thinking to myself, oh, that's a and then I'll just go ahead and say whatever it is that I want to say.
The 10-year term, the restaurant has to really, really do a lot of soul searching and say, what is my next 10 years going to look like? Are the employees coming back? Are costs going to start dropping?
Restaurants with a smaller footprint and fewer overhead costs may be faring better in this economy. The food trucks at Ohana Hale Marketplace in Waikiki going from 3 vendors to 16 in a short period of time.
It's much cheaper than leasing a building. But one thing great about it is everybody in Hawaii wants to eat.
Well, there's no denying the overhead cost is lower for these food truck owners compared to brick and mortar. Their monthly rent is less, and they all split the cost of utilities amongst themselves. The general manager of Earth Aloha Eats says they operate a couple of food trucks and a walk-in restaurant on Maui.
The restaurant needs 3 people minimum. Here we can operate with 2 and do just as much as the restaurant can.
Still, there's an appetite for sit-down dining. Restaurants counting on Valentine's Day to help give them a boost. But even Nakashima admits his interest in exploring smaller concepts.
The way to go now is smaller footprints that are more profitable, that have less labor.
I'm actually about to open up a new restaurant over here in Metro Detroit. Probably within the next year or so. No, it'll probably be next spring because we ain't even broke ground yet. We still trying to figure out what the concept is. But again, you know how we do it. 100% funded, no bank loans, no none of that. We just going to run it up. But this is what's happening over at In-N-Out. So now that y'all familiar with what's happening in the restaurant industry, including all the way over in Hawaii, this is what's happening over at In-N-Out. I reported earlier in the week, and I told y'all that In-N-Out was closing despite the fact that them being profitable for the last 18 years in the area, all due to crime.
People who live and work in East Oakland are disappointed to hear the only In-N-Out in the city is closing later this year.
That's right. The popular burger restaurant saying car break-ins and violent theft is to blame. KTVU's Crystal Bailey today took a look at what's being done to curb violent crime right near the airport. She's here in studio with the story. Crystal.
Well, Oakland police say they have a crime reduction plan in this area and they've seen progress. Meanwhile, customers tell me they aren't shocked to hear the restaurant is closing its doors.
Hold on, baby. I know you're going to be telling us what the story is, but I just need to know who you are and where you come from. What's going on? Somebody help me to understand who this person is, this Oakland newscaster is, that got on Gucci pants. Yeah, I need to know who this lady is. Hold on.
Well, Oakland police say they have a crime reduction plan in this area.
Flat stomach, trim. Seemed like she got all her own hair. Minimal makeup. Hey, somebody in the chat found out who this is. I don't want to get too distracted. I'm tired of getting distracted. I'm tired of y'all holding me accountable as a result of it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying she got on the turtleneck. She fully clothed, but yet you still see that she got that femininity on her. This is the prototype right here. She got it. She got it. Y'all find out what's going on over here so we can stay on point with what's going on with In-N-Out Burger, guys.
And they've seen progress. Meanwhile, customers tell me they aren't shocked to hear the restaurant is closing its doors. A security guard at the In-N-Out today told me she's seen up to 10 break-ins in a single day. But residents say it's too little, too late.
The In-N-Out in Oakland is located in one of the hotspot areas for crime, near 98th Avenue in Hagenberger. It's an area...
Tia, you know how I get. You know how I get. I'm sorry, baby. It's just in me. It's nothing that I could do about it. It's just all who I am. It's to my core.
Criminals know they can find unsuspecting tourists.
Look at this motherfucker.
Although,
did that nigga just stand on his tippy? I'm sorry. Strike the N-word from the congregation. Did this dude just stand on his tippy toes and look at somebody's trunk? Come on, y'all.
In-N-Out criminals know they can find.
This dude just went to the back of somebody else's car and stood on his tippy toes and looked in somebody else's junk in order to determine whether or not he could steal from their car. This is what y'all doing right at the In-N-Out Burger?
Suspecting tourists coming from the
Look at this nigga on his tippy toes and some Amiri jeans.
Hagenberger. It's an area criminals know they can find unsuspecting tourists.
Look at this dude on. Come on. You can't be on your tippy toes at the In-N-Out Burger looking in people's cars, scouting to see what you can break in. Yo, on your tippy toes and some Amiri jeans and some Shaquille O'Neal gym shoes is wild. Is wild. And what are them cloth belts? Them cloth belts that you're supposed to wear on the golf course, standing on your tippy toes and looking at somebody else's car is wild. What? That's not even a big car. That's a Chevy Traverse. That's either a Blazer or a Traverse or something like. You can't be standing on your tippy toes looking at nobody's car. Oh no, you should not be stealing if you on your tippy toes, fam. That's not a career choice for you. That's not a good look. But we here. We over in Oakland, y'all. Let's continue. Let's try to get through this.
Coming from the airport. Although In-N-Out says it's been a profitable location for 18 years, they just can't ask their employees or customers to work and visit an unsafe environment.
You can't even leave your car right here to go in there. Within 1 minute, your stuff is getting smashed.
I love this place. I hate to see it go.
On Sunday morning, as In-N-Out announced its closure, Oakland police say they arrested someone for removing an ATM from the wall at the Bank of America, less than half a mile away. And just a couple 100 feet away at the Raising Cane's on Hagenberger, a manager says they were forced to close their indoor dining area and provide employees with a secure fence for parking, all due to break-ins.
You got to put up a fence for parking and a regular parking lot just to make sure that your employees don't get their car broken into.
It seems like another thing is closing in Oakland, another thing is leaving Oakland, all this stuff. And I get it now. You know what I mean? People ain't trying to deal with this, but, you know, we're the ones, especially us East Oaklanders, like, we really suffered.
Oakland residents blame city leadership.
The crime getting worse, so the city really need to help us out.
Like I said, you're finally now starting to see a little bit of police around here, but it's just a little bit too late, too little, too late.
Oakland police know the area is a problem, so they increased the number of patrols and started...
That's the same dude, bro. That's the exact same guy. That is not a different criminal. That's the same criminal still doing the same criminal activity. Jesus.
Working with a private security team for 24/7 monitoring last year. OPD says in 2023, they saw a 23% reduction in auto burglaries around Hagenberger and 98th Avenue compared to 2022. And despite all the effort, after the In-N-Out on Oakport Street closes in late March, customers will have to travel to Alameda or San Leandro to get their double-doubles.
I hate to go way out of the way when I can go right here.
And even though they're closing, In-N-Out will still donate to Oakland charities. OPD says their command team and Councilmember Treva Reed will continue to meet with businesses near the airport to make it a safer area for Oakland residents and tourists.
Yo, shout out to Oakland for absolutely turning into one of the worst cities that you can't even get out of your car to go and get a burger without somebody standing on their tippy toes and breaking into your car and doing more damage than whatever it is that they stole. Good God. This whole country is just going to hell, man. In a handbasket. Oh, Jesus. Somebody had put in the chat this lady's name. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get that name, and then we're going to reach out because we need to get a better insight. And I want to get her on the show in order so she can give us some insight of what's happening over in Oakland. Look, y'all, we closer to the time that we anticipated live streaming today. We only at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Can we give ourselves a round of applause, please? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people that's holding us down. I appreciate y'all. For everybody that looks out on the platform, for everybody that shows us love, I love you. I appreciate you. We're going to try to do after hours tonight. Try is the key word because, after hours, we just figure it out as we go. But we're going to try to do after hours tonight and try to get it in. Listen. This is by far, bar none, and I've been telling y'all this for a long time, the greatest morning show on earth.